double B-main bump up here at the Silver State Nitro Challenge here on Sunday morning. Carson Wernimont, Team Durango, sitting here in the AKA tent. Carson, you bumped up in buggy at the Nitro Challenge as well, went on to finish 4th there. But you were in the B-main and truck at Nitro Challenge, and you broke while you were running in a bump up spot there. So qualified in 2 B-mains again this weekend, bumped up to the A-main. Do you feel like that puts a little extra pressure on both you and your dad, having to race your way into the main instead of just qualifying there in the first place?
Yeah, it's always easier just to make it straight into the main. That's what you want to do. But B-main's always good because you got experience with especially here the track's really blown out and you know where to go, good line choice, and yeah, I think it helped. So you got like long 30 minutes to learn where to go, what the car is doing, what tires to run. So it's an advantage to some point, but it's a little risky to take that route. I don't like to take it, but sometimes I have to.
And especially at a track like this, you mentioned the track conditions are kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And that's totally different when you go from you're racing on the clock all weekend long and you're not really trying to battle anybody, and then at least with the B-main, then you already have experience of what it's like to try to set up passes and race heads up with somebody before you get to the main event. So do you think that has something to do with being able to make it through traffic?
Yeah, that's good. Like on starts, you know what to do, like where everybody's going to crash, what they're going to do, what they're going to crash over. And I think like a track like this definitely throws a wrench at the whole event of who's going to win and what's going to happen, because the track's so rough. It's kind of like motocross style where you could just go around the outside. There's big ruts. Just go outside, inside, wherever.
When we were talking to your AKA teammate Mark Pavitas, obviously he's got a ton of experience here. He's won this race a few times, and he mentioned that especially for someone like him who doesn't get to run quite as often as someone like you, that track conditions like this kind of equal everybody out because you can only go so fast. It's a little bit more about minimizing mistakes.
Right. You just gotta go out there and not crash and just make smart moves, smart lines, and just keep it on all fours. And racing's really close. It should be interesting in the main, just with how the track, like where the lines are developing, just should be really tight.
And I think you started first in the B-main and buggy, and then second in the B-main and truck.
Right.
But going into the finals, you'll be starting in the back of the pack. So how does that change how you approach the start of the race? I mean, in the B-main, you're just worried about not crashing and giving up on that track position. But in a 45-minute main, do you try to make as many passes as you can early on, or is it just not crashing and falling off the pack?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to crash, but I've always been a good starter for some reason. I've like all my races I've done pretty good on starts, and Nitro Challenge I had to come from the back, and first lap I was like 3rd or 4th or something, so anything can happen. So I could be dead last, first, well, whatever, we'll see.
Is it tough, starting 14th in a 15-car race like this? I believe it's only 14 cars.
Yeah.
But starting in the back like that, if no one really crashes in the first lap and you start to spread out a little bit, you could be up to a quarter lap behind after just a lap or two. So how important is it to try to make passes on before the first pit stop?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give anything away, and you definitely don't want to like crash, make any mistakes. You just want to take anything you can get to make passes.
And you're one of the other Team Durango cars that's in the main event this weekend. Your teammate Ryan Lutz, pitting on the other side of the table over there, actually TQ'd all 4 of the classes he raced this weekend. So how important is it to have someone like that here that you can work with on setup, especially with a team that's a little bit smaller than some of the other bigger manufacturers that are here?
Yeah, it's always good. We work well together, and he's done really good this weekend. Whenever the track gets rough, he's awesome. So it's definitely good. He knows what to do when the track's rough, so we make our cars go through the rough and just try to motor onto the front.
How important has it been to make setup changes as the track has changed? We've heard from a lot of people that they've tried changing shocks and changed their cars all over to try to make them better through the bumps, and yet everyone else seems like there's nothing I can change right now that's going to help. I just need to drive. Right. And get through the bumps. So what has it been for you this weekend? Have you been a little bit of both?
Yeah, I've made a couple setup changes, not anything huge like some people have done, but I've changed springs, like a little linear spring, and just little things like camber links just here and there, just to make it a little more forgiving in the bumps. But You definitely fishing the whole time to make your car better.
And you know, being here at the Boulder City track, we're quite a distance away from, you know, any of the hotels or anything here. So, you know, whereas some people have had to go drive like a half hour to go get lunch, your dad's actually back here on the barbecue grilling up some burgers here in the AKA tent. So
oh yeah,
that makes it a little bit more comfortable not having to go anywhere for lunch, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, the AKA barbecue is always pretty good here, so we'll see what he cooks up today.
The barbecue chicken last night was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, congratulations on bumping up into both main events. You've been on a tear in 2013 so far, and good luck in the mains.
Thanks.